33 combats, 30 victoires, dont 23 par KO. Il a été champion d'Argentine et champion Sud-Amérique. Il est classé numéro 1 mondial, Marcelo Figueroa.
Cecil Sims out of the United States in Baltimore, Maryland. Figueroa, again, a solid fighter. And Cecil Sims, a late addition from the United States, fighting out of Baltimore, Maryland at 30 years of age. But Figueroa at 28, fighting out of the Vasquez stable, a world champion. They've got a lot of things they're very, very high on this young man for as well, Bob.
Yeah, they certainly are, Sam, and the most notably is his fantastic win over former champion Jeff Lampkin from Youngstown, Ohio. Lampkin, a solid citizen in the fight game for years, a big puncher and a rock-chinned light heavyweight and cruiserweight that Figueroa had his way with over here at the end of last year, and has really received kudos from all around the boxing community based on that win.
That was in October of last year, and again considered as his biggest win. But he says that he feels like he's well on his way to getting a shot at a world title, and at 30-3, you'd have to feel he certainly knows what he's talking about. He, by the way, did not lose as an amateur. He was 33-0 as an amateur, won the Argentine National Gold Champion back in 1985 with 31 of his wins coming by a knockout. So my suggestion is don't go too far from the television as we are underway in round one. They're scheduled for 8 rounds here. Again, Figueroa in the black with the fuchsia stripe and the white and the red belonging to Cecil Sims out of the U.S. and Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah, I think
already scored with a good combination.
Yeah, Figueroa's prowess and Cecil Sims' late arrival, the combination of that, Sam, could make for an early evening. But again, we see a fighter coming in, taking his time, trying to establish his jab, the first thing that you want a fighter to do in a fight. He certainly knows nothing about Cecil Sims, and he needs to be careful, and his trainers, I'm sure, have explained that to him.
Being promoted and managed by the Carius brothers here in Paris. And one of the things that really helped him, about 2.5 years ago, Figueroa met and married his sweetheart from Spain. And they said that really quieted him down. He was kind of a rough, do-everything street guy, but now is becoming a very dedicated fighter. Sims scoring a left hand, but takes the punishment of a combination, and Figueroa teeing off in the corner on him. Good left hook. Sims took the blunt of that, now tries to weather the storm, and Figueroa heads in to try to add more damage.
Yeah, Figueroa getting right into the flow here, Sam.
Figueroa, you see that nice, tight hand control he has. Everything is good and straight. There's the left hand. Right hand is a good straight right hand. Combination. Sims tried to fend it off with the gloves. Caught a lot of that on the shoulders.
I'm sure Cecil Sims doesn't know if this is jet lag or the punches of Figueroa that he's experiencing right now, but he just got hurt with a jab, Sam.
He did indeed. Went staggering almost back to the ropes, and now he is there. Fights off with a left hook to get away from the ropes and back into the center of the ring.
Figueroa's cut over the eye, Sam, which a nice hook by Sims. I didn't see the clash of heads or even the punch that may have caused it, but
Figueroa with a right left, and Sims really visibly staggering now back to his corner. And in round number one, this one could be coming to a close. He's got time to finish him. He's got about a half a minute, as you see there. And again, Figueroa now has just noticed, Bob, that cut over his right eye. Caught up with a glove, brought down a little blood there, and he said, oh, I got a little cut there. But it doesn't trickle into his eye, so he wasn't aware of it earlier. Sims, again, only 10 seconds to survive the round if he does. And he does. He survives round one, and a pounding coming from Marcelo Figueroa. Marcelo Figueroa, again, out of Argentina, quietly setting down, and you get a good look at that cut, Bob. We'll have an opportunity to see where it is. It is on, it's like just below the eyebrow.
It's in a bad spot, but it doesn't look like a bad cut. There doesn't seem to be an incredible amount of concern in the corner. I think that they've seen enough of Sims to know that they don't think they're going to be in a long, tough fight.
There was that good combination, finding the right hand and send Sims back to the rope. You see where Figueroa was after he's sending the ropes. He's right back on top of it again. Good, quiet, unassuming young man. Watched at 186 pounds, did not eat breakfast this morning, did not eat lunch today other than just some juices even after the weigh-in. So he's very concerned about keeping himself exactly where he wants to be on this weight. I don't know why there's a problem as he's fighting Sims here, both coming in at 186, and he's underway in round two. Marcelo Figueroa again in the black, and in the white is Cecil Sims out of Baltimore, Maryland. Second round for this Argentinian, looking for his 31st win against 3 losses as a pro. Good left hook again. Staggered Sims.
Yeah, it was a half jab hook, and it hurt Sims. But I'll tell you something, Sam. I've been very impressed with the Argentinian trainers, both with Julio Cesar Vasquez, the world champion, and Figueroa. You know, they really treat their fighters kind of in the old school manner, and they don't want them to be bogged down with a bunch of food in their system after the weigh-in. They want their adrenaline to be available to take control when they put them in a fight. They're very well conditioned. We've been watching him in the gym, and he's in here trying to protect himself from Sims' head here a little bit.
The only thing after watching Figueroa's eating habits today, beware restaurants after this fight tonight, though. He may suck down enough food to double the economy of Patty. Sims has weathered some pretty good storms here. Figueroa, you saw, was just taking some punches in the right over the top and a hook. Sims staggering to his feet, using the ropes to climb back up to his feet. He's going to be allowed to continue in round number 2, but Figueroa may be just moments away from his 24th knockout of his career.
Yeah, Sims hardly has his legs back underneath him, and this fight should be stopped right now, Sam.
Sims taking nothing but punishment, goes down for the second time. Alfred Escato is the referee, and again, he's looking into the eyes of Sims. Sims says he's all right, but he's not.
He's not.
One more knockdown, and it is over in this round, and now even the crowd is whistling to end the fight. Credit to Sims. He's trying to fight on here in the second round.
Yeah, this referee needs to.
It is over finally. And mercifully, it is over. So the TKO coming at the 2:14 mark of the second round. As again, Cecil Sims did his best, going down for 2 times and finally stopping the fight. Was the referee, Mr. Escato, and wisely so. After the second knockdown, Bob, this thing should have been over as Figueroa had really landed some punches and done an excellent job.
Yeah, it was an obvious mismatch, Sam, but under the circumstances, you know, who can fault anyone? The guys in the Baltimore County Jail, I'm sure, would have done better.
And, of course, a reference to a couple of the fighters that were scheduled to be here. One in particular, Charles Price, the other, Kimbra Davis. Both were, as a matter of fact, picked up on their way to the Baltimore airport, and outstanding warrants landed them in jail and not a trip to Paris. And Cecil Sims is one of the 2 that filled in for him and fought Figueroa. And now Figueroa, of course, teeing off on Sims in that second round. And right here is where Mr. Escara finally said, down he goes. That was the second knockdown, and this is the finish of it. Right on the temple, the big right hand. You can see the just focus that time of Figueroa. He's wondering where the referee is at the moment, that's for sure.
Marcelo Figueroa.
So Marcelo Figueroa out of Argentina, Cordoba, Argentina, comes up with the win, his 31st against 3 losses and his 24th by knockout. He does it tonight over Cecil Sims here in Paris.
C'est maintenant un quart de finale du championnat de France dans la catégorie des poids lourds en 8 rounds de 3 minutes qui va opposer Fabrice Dora à Christophe Bizot. Le premier des 2 boxeurs qui va se présenter à vous, il a 26 ans, il mesure 1m95, 101 kg. 4 combats, 2 victoires dont 2 par KO. Il a une grosse carrière amateur derrière lui. Fabrice Dora.